In the previous video, you saw us find the curvature of this curve using moving frame vectors, and it was a lot. We did a lot of work there. There's another way to do this, which in some cases is going to be much easier. So we have this formula that the curvature can also be calculated using the norm of the cross product of v cross a divided by the norm of v cubed. So what does that mean? So remember, v is velocity. That's just the derivative of our curve, of our path, I should say. And then acceleration is the second derivative of our path. So let's go ahead and start by finding those. We actually already found this one already. This is just 2t, 3, negative 2t. And the acceleration is going to be the derivative of that, which is just 2, 0, negative 2. Okay. So we're going to need to take the cross product of that. So v cross a, what's that going to be? That's going to be 2t, 3, negative 2t. Then we're going to have 2, 0, negative 2. We'll rewrite our first two columns here. When we take the cross product, we're going to get negative 6i minus 4tj plus 0k. Then going the other way, we'll get 0i. We'll get minus 6k. And we'll get plus 4tj. What we'll notice is that these are going to cancel out. And what we're left with is just the vector. We'll have negative 6, 0, negative 6. That's really nice. I like that. Now we're actually ready to go ahead and plug this into our formula. We've actually already found the norm of velocity. The norm of velocity, I'll just recall where we found it. That's when we took the magnitude of the derivative. And we saw that we found that over here. That was our pesky little square root of at squared plus 9. That was, following us everywhere. So we're saying that the curvature should be equal to the norm of negative 6, 0, negative 6 over the norm of v cubed. Well, the norm of negative 606, that is going to be the square root of 36 plus 36 over the norm of v cubed is going to be square root of 8t squared plus 9 cubed. This, you can think of factoring out a 6, or a 6 squared, I should say. That's going to end up being 6 square root of 2 in the numerator. And in the denominator, this is the same as writing 8t squared plus 9 to the 3 halves, which, if you look, is exactly what we got earlier after doing way more math. So this is an example of why we might like having a second formula for curvature, because in this case, it was much easier to just find the velocity and acceleration and then plug those into our formula. So there you go. There is another way to calculate the curvature.